Afternoon, everybody. Welcome once again to the amazing show. I'm your host. I'm the one, the only, the narrator, Mr. O Live in his effect. And I told you we're going to be back bigger and better than ever. And we are. As I gave the introduction to my last piece on my main channel on YouTube. But you can also check this one out on my other YouTube channel, which is a Maxim Real Media Live. Now, let's just get right into it. Well, it just seems like the buck dancing and the shoe shining just doesn't stop, especially when it comes down to the Negro Felice League. Now, thanks to one of my subs, 76 Cart, shout out to him for sending me this info. It seems like Herschel Walker is doing everything he can to go ahead and stay relevant. It's besides of being one of the main people to want to go ahead and vouch for Hobgoblin 45, otherwise known to y'all as Donald Trump, the so-called 45th and final president of the United States. Anyway, Herschel Walker just recently came out yesterday that he blames Roger Goodell for the reason in the decline of the NFL ratings, and because of mostly he say the players' protests. Now I already heard the little punk coward, little Bow Wow. I refuse to call him Bow Wow, but he little compared to me. You know. Talk about saying enough with the NFL protesters and the taking a knee and all this other stuff. What you basically looking at, what I'm saying is you're looking at two scared, moist beta males straight up. Now, Herschel Walker, he may have did your little thing on the field, but I could never warmed up to him, ever since he came out of University of Georgia. I always thought he was a little bit moist, but then again, I could probably right. Now, the article recently came out on USA Today. Let me see if I could pull it up real quick. Article came out on USA Today. Oh boy, I just had some bad news just now too, and I'm about to do a separate one on that. Jesus, I got I'm sorry, but you know what I'm saying, like I just came across a notification. Della Reese just passed away, just transcended at 86. I mean, the shoe when Jupiter is in Scorpio, boy, it's far reaching. I'm just. Y'all just give me 1 minute. I apologize for the long pause, but instead of USA Today, this is coming out of all places, the reprobate known as Fox News. So here it goes, and I'll throw the link in the description. Herschel Walker, the ex-NFL luminary, is firing on all cylinders for America's military heroes and first responders, which is basically hot on the heels of recent criticism of NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell for not quelling the national anthem protest. Herschel Walker makes me sick. Walker's latest patriotic fervor comes with a super prize for a hero of the U.S. Uniformed and Emergency Services, a free customized hand-painted American-made 2018 Chevy Silverado 1500 worth $80,000. And Herschel Walker in his voice, well, I absolutely think the protests are so upsetting and I blame the commissioner. I know people are going to be angry when I say it, but he should have stopped the protest at the very beginning. The Heisman Trophy winner doesn't beat around the bush. Guys, let me tell you this. Our flag is very special and Black Lives Matter. But what we should do is go to Washington after the season and protest there instead. We have young men and women fighting for the flag, and we have to respect the White House. Okay, let me jump back on this jackass here. Herschel Walker obviously is evidently, it shows he's in a sunken place. First thing first, when the protests started, which was started by Colin Kaepernick, let's keep this narrative in perspective because you already have these NFL owners, Hobgoblin 45, and they pet coons who come out the closet to come and bastardize the movement which Colin Kaepernick started a year ago. Okay, so let's just keep that 100 right now. Okay, this was about police brutality and inequality against unarmed melanated people. I'm not going to say black because black is not a nationality, but unarmed melanated people, particularly my people. See, Herschel Walker is one of these type of Negroes who want, these Stockholm syndrome Negroes who feels like, oh, he got money, he good. You an NFL luminary. You in the Hall of Fame, supposedly. You good. My whole thing when it comes down to this, I'm going to get to that in a second, because he think it's supposed to be against the military. Didn't Colin Kaepernick said it wasn't about the military? I recall him saying that. And I have that video on my main channel on that. Okay, it ain't about the military. It's not about the flag. As myself personally has spoken to people who are currently in the military, enlisted, and were enlisted and were in the military. They say, man, look, they tell me straight up. When I signed up for the military, it wasn't about no flag. I go over there to go ahead and protect the freedoms and liberties of the people here, so that way people like Colin Kaepernick has the right to protest. Just like those young men and women in the NFL, those kids got every right to protest. Because obviously Herschel Walker didn't heard, because it was an 82-year-old man in, I think in Missouri somewhere, I forgot, where the picture went viral, where he took a knee. 82 years old, 82 or 90 something years old. He's a World War II vet. And he said it straight up. He said, man, those kids got every right to protest. Now, Herschel also said, let me go back to say it like this. But what we should do is go to Washington after the season and protest there inside. So you want them to go there after the season, so that way it won't be in the camera lenses, so the whole world can't see it. See, this is the thing. Like Shannon Sharp say, what a protest is supposed to be about. A protest is supposed to make you uncomfortable. A protest is supposed to be like that, so that way it brings attention to a certain issue. Okay? Everybody wants to try to quell this or keep this quiet. And they think by trying to blackball Colin Kaepernick out of the league, they think that was going to be silent. Nah, them brothers in there, a few of the brothers I could call out who are true to the core about it from the beginning that was with Cap, like Eric Reed, like Malcolm Jenkins, like Michael Bennett, Marshawn Lynch, those guys, Chris Long, one of the few white guys who support Kaepernick. He told you why he supported He stand behind Malcolm. Justin Britt of the Seahawks, he stands beside Michael Bennett. And there's a few other ones. Some of those other guys that we've seen the protests on these other teams doing it and locking arms and all that were fake. Like that idiotic, the guy from the Steelers, Alexandro Villanova, who faked the funk. You know what I'm saying? And he totally went against his coach's orders not to go out there. He still went out there anyway. And then try to play off he didn't know what was going on. Fuck out of here. Herschel Walker really, really makes me sick. He really makes me sick to my stomach. Now, at that time when he was traded from the Vikings, after being traded from the Cowboys to play for the Eagles and stuff, now you start to see why some of them other players, Jerome Brown and all them included, like, they couldn't stand his ass. You know, it's fucking Coon, man. Kaepernick never said it was never about the military, and military people tell me it's not about no flag. It's not about no goddamn flag. A flag, by the way, he say the flag is very special. Yeah, it's very special because it was made in China. That's why. And just recently, wasn't this orange idiot was over there just now? Now he's on Twitter beefing with LeVar Ball about like they should be thanking me for getting his sons out of there in that Chinese prison. You know, which is another topic for another show sometime. Okay. Herschel Walker is what I call the epitome of a straight up buck dancing Sambo. But you know, it's no surprise that's coming from him, because these guys do this stuff like this because they want to go ahead and stay relevant. And then he takes the coward way out by going ahead and blaming Roger Goodell. Roger Goodell falling by the mandate. The states right there in the contract bargaining agreement that players don't have to stand up for the national anthem. A racist song, Mr. Herschel, that was created by a racist peckerwood, Francis Scott Key, which I call faggot Scott Key. But then again, I guess he's too stupid to go ahead and understand stuff like that. Ain't no way you can't fix stupid. Exactly. Anyway, let me know what y'all think about this. You know, just go ahead, share, subscribe in the comment section. Make sure you click on that notification bell so when I upload new videos or new podcasts, y'all can go ahead and be able to get the notification. And y'all can also comment over here on Spreaker too, as well. I'm gonna leave the link for that as well. So with that said, though, I'm just totally disgusted with Herschel Walker. But then again, he was always a sugar pants to me anyway, and he continues to prove that every time he opens his big ass mouth. So with that said, I'm gonna leave y'all with this: love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And over here on this show, we don't hold nothing back. Everything on here remains unfiltered, and I come with the real facts. So with that said, peace and love. No more talk. I'm out. Charlie, let's go.